Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Tiabu and I am here for Chihayafuru episodes 12 and 13. Last time on Chihayafuru we watched 10 and 11, and it was focused almost entirely on big old competition, which we won. Nice. So the first of those episodes, episode 10, I think was mostly focused on Tsutomu and the need for them to become a bit more of a team and really work for each other. A whole bunch of stuff happened there. It worked out thanks to some good shit from Taichi and some cool realizations from Tsutomu himself. Pretty awesome. Teamwork making the dream work. Love it. We got a text from Arata to Taichi, and this was before he actually saw all of the messages from Chihaya. Text from Arata to Taichi, some interesting lines from Taichi about the way that he and Arata both see Chihaya. Interesting, at the very least. The teamwork falls apart. Chihaya doesn't do so well. She's really getting bothered by this. And then eventually Taichi kind of takes the reins and acts as a leader and does a damn good job. Well done to Taichi. He really grew on me in that episode, and seemed to really grow into himself as a character in that episode. That was really cool. And then we get serious about the battle. It goes down. They're fighting, I think it's Hokuo or something like that. They've got the sadistic pseudo-san, which I just got just now. Okay. The sadistic pseudo, who squares off against Chihaya and eventually loses to her in a pretty nail-biting finishing match, leading to their victory and another text to Arata. Hey, we're going to be at Omijingu. Come see us there. So, we are victorious, and that is where we're leaving off. I don't believe that there was a really conclusive hint at what we would be doing in this episode. I figure there will be some celebration, which should be in order, and I can see the first frame of this, which looks like somebody giving them a big old trophy while they're all in their traditional garb, which looks like a perfect place to start. Good. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into Chihayafuru episodes 12 and 13? 12 and 13. I might have said 11 and 12 at the beginning of this. If I did, sorry. 12 and 13. There will be two versions of this reaction video. Picture-in-picture version with the video up there you can find in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube, which will have the discussion at the end of each episode and a beep-beep timer at the beginning of each episode. Picture-in-picture version won't have discussion. Timer-based version won't have video in it. Pick and choose which ones you want. If you are using the timer-based version and syncing up with your own version of the media, get it ready, because episode 12 is starting momentarily. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, I was about to say, just the first. Yeah. Yeah. And OP. Me too. I kind of missed that title. Man, it is hot in here. Yeah. Of course. You earned it. Yeah. Retro, no. You can't have that trophy. That's not yours. Oh. Well, say goodbye. You can certainly try. Here, take it. Reaches out, handle just falls off. Oh man, I knew that we should have sprung for a better trophy. Classic. Rooting for the people who defeated you. Love it. Aww. Yeah, I was about to say, what is he, a third year? Need broad shoulders. Ah. Scrapbooking. Rip. Okay. I know we've talked about this and like it's understandable, but Hi. I will give you my stores of information. That would actually be really helpful. Okay. Aww. Aww. That's an interesting goal. Okay. Oh, wow. Aww. Oh. Daughters. You gonna start a first volume for Chihaya? No? Okay. He did say daughters, though. Nada. Always with daddy. Drama school, tennis club, but nothing. Mm-hmm. Put that thing in a box. All right. Of course. Miraculous comeback in the finals. Training camp for the Inter High. Yeah, this makes sense. Right. Yes. Oh. Okay. All right. Hi. Hmm. 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 you of all people? Were you not studying? No. He's gonna get so into it. I hope. Ah, I see. I don't know what that is, but okay. Makes sense. I want to see the look on his face when he realizes that this is legit. She does. You did? Eh? Got bigger fish to fry. All right, priorities, man. Hey, you're doing well, right? Top 5 in the school, not bad. Yeah. That's maybe a problem. Do you have that thing where you do terribly and don't get extracurriculars that they do in every anime to make the one episode where they actually study? Hmm. Hmm. Seems right. Okay, why not? Where that? Oh, bye. Nay. I don't think that's the way it works. True. She did run into issues with that. All relatively basic stuff, right? So, who wins the first most? Oh, I see. Okay then. Big leagues. Sick. Oh, cool. Got bopped. He's been playing for like 40 years. He's been playing for like 40 years. Oh, I feel a moment incoming. Never mind. Ow. I think that's a reasonable fear. Oh, are we at a crossroads now? I think we're at a crossroads now. Not Fambalam. Hey! Snap you out of it. Ooh. He did! He gave them all his intel. Retro. Retro. Yeah. Can't even. The fanny pack. Yes, you did. You've proven yourselves. Taken out of context. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Bingo. Microwave your dinner. Yes, you did. And ain't nobody giving you the respect you deserve for doing it. Arubaito? Hmm. Get an Arubaito. Part-time job. Maybe worked at the fabric shop. Did he clip her clipping? Did he clip her clipping? Is there a Chihaya book? I don't know what that noise was, but aww. He said my daughters. Aww, Dad. What a fucking dad. Victory and beef, total victory, traditional vacation? I don't know. Mmm. Mmm. Really? Mmm. So it's got them like emblazoned really big. Did she come up with a new method? She's come up with a totally novel method of card placement? Oh. Oh. This works better for her? Or she just wanted to try stuff. Hey, experimentation. I'm sure. How can you disrespect the poems? She has like more of an emotional connection to the cards, you know? When she starts to hear the lines, she feels the card. Right, but that's how she interfaces with them, so she should arrange them that way. Ah, tennis. Hi, Empress. Okay, so I changed my mind. I have a feeling that Empress is the one who's going to realize that cards is legit, which I prefer to that random guy. Yeah, but they're still working. Check it. Check that shit out. Yeah. Yeah. We're not just fucking around over here. Oh. Oh, that's so perfect. What? Nani? Kohong. Line of fire, yo. Oh, no. Hmm. Fair enough. Yeah, and she's witnessed all of this. Hi. But also put it in the trophy place. Yeah, put it in the trophy place. Eh? It deserves a spot. Yeah. Yeah. Huh? Oh, she's great. Oh man, so many points to Empress. Hmm. And now she investigates on her own. Ah, fuck you. Yeah, you're not going. Yep. But my Birdman thing. Is this the end? No, we got a little while. Hey. And off we go. We're on our way already. I kind of like the pace here. It's pretty damn snappy. Like we're already heading to nationals. About to find out, aren't we? Oh, those are the steps. Oh, this is the scene in the OP. Oh, the shrine, bright red. Yeah, here we are in the OP, going up the steps. Somebody mentioned in the comments that the woman singing right now is Chihaya's VA, which I can hear now that I know that, you know? Solid performance. All right, lovely. Well, lovely episode of Chihayafuru. Two before we even scroll through it, like two things really jumped out at me as like really solid examples of a nice setup payoff, and those two things were the scrapbook and the Empress. Scrapbook with a nice question that we can hold on to until the end of the episode or close-ish, where, well, we've got this same family dynamic that we became familiar with Chihaya's parents being mostly interested in Chitose at the moment. That's the status quo that we have seen up until now, but we get some really cute stuff. So Chitose still comes off to me as quite a brat, and she comes off to me as a brat, but there are some bits and pieces here that they give her some points as far as a character goes. And the biggest one is, of course, when she says, like, one day I will get to be in a historical drama and then I'll pay off the mortgage, right? It's like, oh, okay. So your dedication to your deal is because you are trying to shoulder the burden of your family. That changes things big time. So massive influx of points right there. And then the entire family gets some serious points for these scenes where they just like when Chihaya starts it and then mom joins in. So cute. And then when we get this line, dad starts and then mom joins in. And this, your father's purpose in life is to pay it off. Exactly. And to collect clippings of my daughters. And there's our setup. 7 books or something for Chitose, none for Chihaya. And there's this discrepancy, right? But it's set up. He makes scrapbooks of his daughters. He's rooting them on. He cares about Chitose, at least. And eventually, the payoff is she comes home and, where is it? Yeah, she comes home and discovers that he's begun a scrapbook for her. The first one. And some of the stuff that's in here is like, aw, it's so close. Chihaya's great. Like, of course. I almost cried here. Holy shit. That's amazing. All right, and so they hang the things for their wishes. National champion Ayase Chihaya, total victory, and Omi beef. It's important. Traditional domination. Okay. And my first win by Tsutomu. All great, all solid. Love them all. Oh, they're all a bunch of fucking cinnamon rolls. Aww. I'm really falling in love with these characters. More than I thought. This moment where Retro goes and grabs the thing, like it feeds into what I would consider a trope among like sports anime or sports anime and manga in general. But just like the idea that the people you defeat then put their hopes in your basket, right? Is a very classic thing, and it works really well. In this case, I think it works even better because we've got the little bit of history with Retro, and then even better when he comes and gives them all his intel, all his special sauce. Oh God, no Retro sauce. Nope. All of his secret information. Okay. I think this works really well here, and also kind of helps like close off the storyline that we had with Pseudo at the very, very end, which was another tropey thing that was like, even though, you know, coming to find value in defeat, right? That kind of thing. Like, I still love Karate. Karate is still fun even if you're not winning, which was the thing that he learned from his sensei guy, right? So little payoffs there, little conclusion there, but also a moment for Chihaya to recognize and realize that she now, along with her team, is carrying the weight of expectations, and the fact that they won means that they're responsible for continuing to win, which is pretty great. And then we get this scene with Retro and Taichi. It's pretty great. And then we have our setup with Empress, who's kind of just like, yeah, I'm not going to the place. I'm going to get some underling fuckboy to do it. You know, the tennis team has a camp then, since they made it to the Inter-High. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Which is kind of like, of course they do. And then have you heard about the miraculous comeback in the finals? Of course there was. Any sports anime ever. Oh, it's great. It's great though. Kind of poking fun at itself and it's a part of its genre, while also being like, we're a little different from that, which we are, even though we're not. You know. So got Random Boy, who's not really that interested. This might be a setup that his grades have dropped slightly, but I think it's already been paid off. I think it gets paid off just moments later. But yeah, it's probably like a festival at some local shrine. This is Omi fucking Jingu, boy. This slow, I think digitally interpolated thing I don't like very much, but it works. I assume that there are 3 panels spaced vertically here for this, where she's like eyes, and then I can't make my eyes do that because, yeah, but yeah. All right, and then she probably thinks that we're just playing around, but blah blah blah, and then she freaks out. She is such a goof, and then we get some confirmation from Tsutomu like, I'm not gonna quit. And then even more than that, it's that when she confronts him with this, like, your grades went down because of Kara, he's like, yeah, but not that much. And this is interesting because when we first met Tsutomu, his question about Karuto was, can you become the first in it? He was obsessed with being the first, right? And he had like a one-sided conflict with Taichi because Taichi was always first, and he's like, I study so hard. But now that he's found something to actually be passionate about, it's worth it, right? It's worth it. Yeah, my grades went down a little bit, but they're not slipping to your level. I love the shade on Chihaya about 5th from the bottom. That's great. All right, so we need to practice. They're going somewhere else to practice, which is interesting. I wonder if we'll see that at any point. So then we go to Harada Sensei, and I think something interesting here is that a lot of the stuff that he tells them is stuff that's like, yeah, that's obvious, but at the same time, it's stuff that you can't learn by being told. You have to learn through experience and practice and many attempts. And I think that's the thing that I don't know if Chihaya realizes it here when she's questioning herself, like, why did I lose by so many cards? Why did I do this, and this? And I think the answer is really quite simple. It's that Dr. Harada is really good and has been playing for like 40 years. So experience, man. So be it. You just got to pick up what you can as fast as you can, but you're running your own race. Although you are also playing competitively, and so you need to start running fast. So we get some cute stuff. Just a little crossroads, a little symbolism, a little boppy chop. Get the re-up of passion from Retro's good stuff. Pretty awesome. Yeah, we beat him fair and square. We gotta go do the thing. Yeah. And we're taking other schools with us. So then we have our moment with the family's cool. We've got this with I guess what it is that, let me see, where does this I assume that the larger hiragana here is like the syllable at which it becomes unique. Uh, Not sure, but she's experimenting with her own arrangements and stuff. While while Pork Bun is like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. Just put them in the normal way. But I get the feeling that she's actually going to gain an advantage from kind of doing things like this, and that might be where we're going with the Chihaya seeing a red card. Like, if Kana can learn to do something similar with her poems and have like, because she connects with the poems in a different way, not just as like the words being said are the thing I must hit, but like each one has meaning to her. So a different organizational format might make more sense for her. I don't know. Not sure where we're going with this at present, but gonna keep an eye out for it in the future. So then we get what I didn't even dare to hope for, which is Empress coming by and seeing what Karuta really is. And this is the best. This is just the best. That right there. This is just oh, it's the bomb. It's the bomb diggity. And then this whole pan up and we get the musical motif, the pushing, and we don't need anything else. We just see this look on her face like, oh, what's this? Oh, this isn't what I expected. Oh. And all we can do is just like, yay, you get it. Fuck yeah. It's again the same kind of situation of like me trying to get people to watch Chihaya. No, I promise, it's really interesting. It's fun. It's actually a really hype sport, and like it's really cool. Yeah, there are these like little cards with poems on them, and they wear traditional garb, and it's really awesome, man. You gotta believe me. It's that same kind of thing. Once somebody watches a couple of episodes and goes like, oh, this is cool. We get to see it in the show as well, and oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels great. I like it. I like it a lot. So then some stuff about Kana and her favorite poem, not a member of the poems of the 100 Poets. But yeah. I want to win, but I don't want to lose sight of the fact that these cards are poetry, and that is the thing that she hears. She's like, oh, real sport and more. Oh, this means something to these kids. If nothing else, this means something to these kids. Oh. And suddenly Empress gets some fucking points right here. I mean, really. But then she comes in and she's a hard ass about it. Just like, all right. Give me trophy. Why? I'm gonna put it in a place where it will be safe, and so that the whole school can see it. There are actually a number of setups for this moment here, because it takes an adult at the school to do something like this. Like, we see the big banners out in front of the school for the tennis team making it to somewhere, and the drama club making it to somewhere, but no such thing for the karate club, because nobody really knows about it. Indeed, nobody knows. Somebody overhears, I didn't even know, somebody says, like, I didn't even know that there was a nationals for karate. Well, there is, and it's a deal. It's a thing. It's important. And there are people at your school, there are peers of yours who are giving their all to it. And that's important. So, another plus a few to Empress here. Pretty great. Hey, Mr. Shibata, you're gonna have to watch it on TV, because I'm going. And bam, off we go. And here we are, and we arrive. Fantastic. I will say again, before we go ahead and hop into the next episode, which we're going to do, I will say again that I really appreciate the pacing of this show, of this story in general. It manages to be extremely fast-paced. Just, it feels that way without ever feeling rushed. I don't feel like we're sacrificing emotional beats or character moments or anything like that in order to push the story forward. I feel more like we've introduced the characters and are watching them grow because of the things that they experience, which is quite nice. And I think the execution on all of it has been really solid. the willingness to skip periods of time and just like move ahead to the interesting parts of the story, I'm down for. Solidly down for. So, speaking of moving ahead, let's go ahead and move ahead to episode 13. I'm going to take just a moment to do a resync, make sure everything's all synced up and stuff, and then I'll be back in a flash. All right, episode 13 is up and ready to go. Get it ready because the timer's coming right now. Hmm. 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 Okay, that is quite a good wish. What was that? Uh-oh. Did you just have an aneurysm? What the fuck was that? Or was that God saying, yeah, maybe? Who the fuck are you? You're pretty. You're pretty pretty. Gonna bump shoulders. Dink. Oh, that's weird. Okay. A new character. Potentially a new enemy. And potentially our eventual rival for Queen. That's a thing to keep in mind. That's a thing to keep in mind. Because far down the line, it's gonna be a woman that Chihaya ends up rivals with. We might be getting that intro. Okay. Okay. For you, I head out. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Illusion broken. Okay. Is he playing teams? Getting some respect. Just a little bit. More curiosity than anything else. It's rough to be the center of attention. Main lineup. Okay. Okay, but that can be... Right, an order for yourselves. Hmm. If you're offering... Should have just stuck with your order. Yeah, I'm feeling weird here. Chihaya, are you okay? She didn't memorize her cards, did she? Like, is Chihaya having a stroke? A migraine? But if Chihaya is not in her form, like, we've got a problem. She didn't move. Getting bopped. Nothing from Chihaya. Yeah. This isn't emotional. This is something else. Is she dehydrated? She's having a migraine. That was exactly what she wished for. Is that Arata? Shit. Uh, uh. Oh. Reminiscing. Grandpa? Yeah. He had a stroke, right? Which would mean Arata would be fucking terrified of that happening to Chihaya. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. This is cool. But we know how this goes. Oh. Alzheimer's. God, that hurts. It makes a lot more sense now. That's the girl who lives next door, right? Yo, fuck you! Yeah! What the fuck, dude? You don't say that! I'm sure that you're working hard. I hope to meet you in a match. Yeah. Fuck, that's hard. Moment of clarity, eh? Because of you. Not just... Did he... Did he die then? Fuck! Going off to a karate tournament? So is this that day? Hands on mats. Itai. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look up. Look up. She's falling. Oh, wow. Got a medical emergency. Oh. Better than whatever's going on. She needs some water. Hi, Arata. And she's passed out for this. That's awesome. I mean, it's not, but... Got a match to win. So, Tsutomu is no longer a sacrificial lamb. Can't be. I mean, he can. One can lose, but... It all counts. Alright. Arata becomes himself. Hi! Bonk. Hello. Not anymore. Yep. You passed the fuck out, girl. Trust in the team. Trust in the team. Naked dog, no. Okay. Wonder what it was. Oh. So how'd the rest of the match go? 3 minutes, 45 seconds. Hi, Pseudo. Oh, okay. Dude, she passed out. Bruh. But we won. Right? They won. Nice. 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 Oh. So it wasn't just one match. So they lost in the playoffs. But the individual is still going. Yeah. Okay. So team tournament's over. Individual's still going. Hmm. Hmm. Next time we'll meet in a match. Woo! Okay. All right. Some Chiayafaru greatness here. Most of them, the episode taken up by. Well, actually, I think maybe I'm wrong. Most of the episode is the flashback. Is from Arata's perspective, isn't it? 7 minutes when we first switch perspectives or so, and we don't really switch back until near the end of the episode. Like we have this moment, but this is still when he comes in. Okay. Wow, okay, so it really is a little bit more focused on Arata than I thought after ending it. Gonna talk about that. But okay. Interesting. Interesting that we switched the perspective, and it feels like in this episode a large portion of whatever was holding Arata back from competing in Karuta, he's overcome a little bit. And I think a lot of it has to do with the conversation that he has with the guy from the Federation who says, like, your styles are so similar, I can watch Master Arata play again, which is kind of like, oh. Ow, it hurts so good. Okay. Let's go ahead and start at the beginning, because there's an interesting thing here. I don't think we ever get a translation of whatever this sign is at the shrine. So I'm going to look up, like, walk through circle shrine Japan. Ah, I found a picture. Traditional Japanese gate. Okay, that's the gate itself. But what about the ring? Circle. A rope was tied from one post to the other to mark the border. Rope was replaced by a lintel, a tie beam. Okay, we're getting closer. Found it. Okay. Yay. Research skills are valuable. So the purification rite, the summer purification rite is Chinowa Kuguri. Okay. Seems to involve a big hoop of grass. You walk through and around a large grass Chinoa hoop in a figure 8 as part of a rite of cleansing to cleanse impurities from the first half of the year and pray for sound health during the second. Okay. Long wild grass. Go through the hoop and circle around the left side. Step through again. Circle around the right side. Making a figure 8. And then do some stuff with a piece of paper that transfers all your bad luck to it. On the last day of the 6th or 7th month at the middle of the year. Okay, that's kind of cool. So, unknown whether there's anything like any more serious symbolism in having the, I'm going to just call her rival character for now. I don't know if that's actually accurate, but we're just going to go with that as an assumption that she's going to be our rival. But when we first see her, she walks through the circle, but only once. She doesn't do the ritual. She just walks through it. Close up on the face. And then they pass by one another. And it's like a ding. It's like a moment. It's like a thing. And then she's gone. So we're very obviously meant to notice this. This is setting stuff up for the future. Who this be? I don't know. I'm interested though. She's just kind of cute, but in a kind of an evil way, which is kind of hot. All right. I definitely curious. We will probably see her soon, I assume. Probably next episode, given that we're doing the individual tournament soon. Okay. And by this point, we've got the setup of Chihaya's got something going on. Really strange. Not sure what they're going for here, whether we're just going for a migraine or like dehydration or something, but she ends up in a bad way, for sure. And of course that hamstrings our team, but that isn't like, it's not the worst thing in the world. So, okay. It still sucks. So we get everybody intrigued by them, like, oh wow, who are these newbies? Lots of attention, lots of pressure. Shit is real. And then we come to the match and Chihaya kind of freezes. Taichi still trying to gung-ho it through, but eventually realizes that something is wrong. Like wrong. And then we transfer our attention over to Arata, who took the wrong path, which is why he wasn't there earlier. And as he's going around, he reminisces, I always came by car with my grandfather, and it leads us into our flashback, which takes up a good, solid chunk of this episode. Gives us more detail on what Arata went through with his grandfather, and a bit more on precisely why he would feel the way that he does about the whole situation, and about Karuta specifically. It makes a lot of sense. It's also like, man, this moment where he's still himself, right? He hasn't changed. He's lost some of his faculties. He's lost his ability to use his right hand, but he's still himself, and he's like not giving up, right? He's strong. And then that's so much of the terror of dementia, because you forget that you were strong. You forget that you were dedicated. You forget who you were and what you cared about. And that's, well, it's a hell for the person going through it, but it's a special kind of hell for the people around them who care about them. And I think it's demonstrated really exceptionally well by this whole piece of story. A minor relapse, but it's not. Physically, he's okay for now, but he's not himself. He doesn't remember anything. And that's another thing, is that so much of Arata's bond with his grandfather comes from Karuta. So lose the cards, lose that memory, and what do they have? How can he even communicate? A special kind of hell. Oh my god, I forgot that this happened. What does this fuckboy say? Oh, I want to deck him through the screen. Oh, what does he say? It's like the other way around. Now your grandfather is the one keeping you from playing Karuta. Yo, fuck you. And also, fuck you. Thank you, Arata. Good punch. Should have hit him again. Kick him while he's down a little bit. Like, get your toe in the kidney region and just go, pah, just a little pah, just a little pah. Nothing serious, just some internal bleeding. It'll be fine. Sorry, I'm not entirely serious about that, but fuck that guy. And then we have this moment where, and this is, like, okay, I have not had someone in my immediate family or someone terribly close to me go through Alzheimer's or severe dementia. I have not had that happen, but I have had friends who have, and I've had neighbors who have themselves gone through it. So I'm a few steps removed from it, probably not in a place to talk about it, but one of the worst things is that they're not just gone. It varies from day to day, hour to hour, minute to minute, who the person who you know who doesn't know you is. Because sometimes, and this is sort of even worse, if they were just gone, then that would be okay. But when they flash back and remember things for a moment, you know, they have a day where they're on and they're all right, and they call you by name, and they ask you the last thing that they remembered about you. Like, maybe you're 25 and they ask you, how was your high school graduation or something like that. It's just heartbreaking because it makes you feel like the impossible is possible, like they could come back, like the person that you know and love is still in there and there's just a veil. But that's not how the disease works. It's more cruel than that. It's not that kind. It just reminds you occasionally that they were that person and maybe have the potential to become that person again. Fuck. Fuck. This whole segment reads as so real. And this response, Grandpa's back to normal? No. No, and he never will be. But for this moment, he remembers something, and he tells you something, and he gives you a piece of advice, and you better fucking take it when you can, because you don't know when you're next going to hear from him. So, wandering, and we hear Chihaya outside the door as Arata comes to the door. And there is Karuta. We get this kind of amazing pose as Taichi catches her. And then Arata shows up in that moment. Hey, you take this sack of potatoes. We're gonna go win this match. Which I assume they did because they made it up and over to playoffs, right? Something like that. So yeah, she sees an opponent across from her, and it is Arata. I fully expected her to just bonk into his head during this moment and for it to undercut itself a little bit with comedy, but we didn't. We went straightforward and serious with it, and I'm okay with that. And then we get this conversation here. Oh, hey, you're that guy. Oh, man, I can't wait to see you play. He's like, wait, I'm not actually playing. I can't wait. I finally get to see The protege of my favorite Karuta player. Oh, well, now that you say it. Kind of great. And then there's this moment, because your Karuta is just like his. I feel like with this episode, not really resolving, but at least giving us a significant bit of insight into what Arato is wrestling with, and sort of bringing him back in. It does feel like we're bringing him back into the story, and it's been gradual over the last few episodes, but now it feels like he's here. We'll see how long that lasts. So Pseudo still around, playing individually. Get some goofiness here, some crying. Sadistic Pseudo. And then the apology. And I thought at this moment when they were like, no, it's okay. I thought they were just be like, we won. But they didn't. They got knocked out in playoffs. But Tsutomu got his first win. In fact, he won 2. Awesome. And this kind of like the way that he responds when he's like, yeah, I dropped a 5th. This is pretty cool. They want to win, of course. But they had fun and they competed and they did a pretty good showing. And they're more worried about their friend being okay. That's nice. That's lovely. So, next time we'll meet in a match. Okay. And also, individual events are coming up. I am going to assume that Chihaya is still going to participate and going to recover from her thing a little bit. Okay, cool. I wonder a couple things. One, are we going to get to witness the final round of the teams? Because that would be really interesting. Often in sports shonen, I'm just relating this to sports shonen because there are significant parallels. Often in sports shonen, the central team of the show gets knocked out of their first major competition or their first major inter-high, and then we get to watch the finals from the sidelines and get info on the strongest people in the area. That could be really cool. Also, individual matches. I assume that Taichi's competing. I assume that they're all competing, but I assume that we will eventually mostly drop out and it'll be Pork Bun, Taichi, and Chihaya, or maybe just Taichi and Chihaya, and then eventually just Chihaya continuing along. Really interesting. I don't believe that we've really seen much in the way of competitive one-on-one matches. We've seen them during training. We've seen them during like fun and practice, but most of the competitions we've seen so far have been team matches. So it'll be interesting to see how the individual tournament goes. Should be fun. Anyway, I think that's pretty much a wrap for these 2 episodes of Chihaya Afuru. I really enjoyed both of them. I hope you did too. Yeah. So, I've been Tiabu. This has been Chihaya Afuru, episodes 12 and 13? 12 and 13. I hope you've enjoyed them as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next one. And as usual, if you want next week's video a week early, then within about 24 hours of this video going up on YouTube, there will be the next installment of my reaction series to Chihaya Afuru up on Patreon for patrons. So check that out if you want to. In any case, I hope to catch you next week in the next video. Peace.